And hey, what's up, everybody? It's Sean Asakura. I'm back with another Street Talk. Today, I have the legendary battle rapper PG.
Yo, what's good with it? What's good with it? It's your boy PG. Everything rated all Mississippi to Maryland to the box. And right now we on the boom box.
So, yeah, man, just to start off a little bit, we got some things we want to talk about. Maybe we could give a little background or something like that, and just like what you've been up to.
Man, what's today? Today's October the 13th, I think. 14th, today's the
Yeah,
14th.
it's 14.
Rest in peace, D'Angelo. I just saw that.
Oh yeah,
Definitely a legend, man. Um, right now I've been busy. I've been ripping and running, trying to hop on tours with artists that have a lot more going on, like Mark Battles, RJ, um, Damani, LaRussell. It's kind of been like that since I think September. Um, really hasn't been battling as much. I think I only had one battle this year. I battled Macho in March. But I do have a battle going down this Friday, man. PG versus Teri Legato at your mom's house. That's the name of the venue. I'm not disrespecting nobody's mama.
yeah.
With that being said, make sure you pop out. My guy John Jiggs is flying in from Atlanta. You might have saw him on Sway in the morning. We will be shooting throw stones with my guy Sean Azakura. I always try to make sure I pronounce it right.
That was very good.
All right,
That
it
was
might have
very
been the
good.
best ones I've been knowing, been knowing you like maybe 4 years, 5 years. Um, yeah, man, shows, battles, working on a project currently, trying to finalize that, trying to get back in the studio with B-Boy, who's also on the card, man, B-Boy Severe versus Kev Dog going down Friday. And yeah, man, just staying active, staying positive, trying to manifest my dreams, man, in the most positive way.
Nice. That's what's up. So speaking of battle rap, have you run into issues in the past, or do you have a biggest issue that you deal with?
I had an issue on season 2 of Bags and Bodies, which we ain't gonna talk about it because they didn't drop it. I hope they do drop it, and if they don't drop it, that was never an issue. But I feel like there's gonna be something that dropped. I'm about to talk about some controversy. Me and one of the top tier battler got into it on the show. If the show drops, look out for that, man. See how they tried to do me, man. Cash tried to steal my
There's no
belongings.
release date on it yet, or
Man, it's been going on 3 years. We did drop season 1, and that's I don't know what the business side of that looks like, but to answer your question, no, they never dropped season 2, and we going on 3 years. But um, did have controversy on that show as far as battle rap, but I think my biggest controversy that was a battle rapper here in Colorado, and I was gonna tell you I actually got this footage if you want to try to do a clip and shit.
okay?
Man, this dude, we get to the battle, and me and the homie, I'm like three, four homies with my little brother. He's in the back and we chilling, and he like, I'm gonna say some things that this is my opponent at the time. I'm gonna say some things, man, you know what I'm saying? But y'all know it's just rap, man. It's just rap. It's just rap. Man, this old weenie ass nigga, he gonna fucking he brings up my dead pops. He brings up my dead pops. And at the time, I'm thinking to myself, do I keep it professional or do I try to match his energy by trying to be just as disrespectful? I start trying to be disrespectful. I'm calming my homies down, like, yo, chill out. This all he got. This all he got. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in that competitive edge, like realizing this is all you can say. I think all he said was fuck your dead dad or something like that, some shit like that, which is a lot. Don't get it twisted. And we're gonna get into that.
It just wasn't like a clever line though, or
Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. No, it wasn't. It was ignorant, very ignorant. And at the time I was real ignorant too. We're gonna talk about it Friday. I said some shit I shouldn't have said in response, in regards, that went against my moral ethics and shit too, talking about just saying stupid shit, a lot more immature than I am now. But that definitely took place, man, and the front end of the story. So we let shit slide that night, it is what it is, leave it in the ring. That's normally how cats do, when something like that takes place, leave it in the ring. We get on Facebook, some out of towners start woofing to him like, oh yeah, you was spitting your shit. And he starts like woofing back, like, oh yeah, PG ain't do nothing. He ain't did it. Man, what? Where you at? He like, oh man, you still mad about that? He trying to downplay it and shit. And I feel like at first he was trying to run, duck, and hide and shit. I ain't said his name for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You can go look at the battle. Like I said, I'll give you footage and shit. And I'm gonna say his name on the battle on Friday. But um Make a long story short, he invited me to catch a fade. I'm like, shit, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, let's meet at the park or whatever. He making it seem like it's at a park, but it's really at his crib. I ain't know that at the time, and I ain't really care. You know, disrespect is disrespect. So me and my two homies, me, one of the homies, my little brother, we hop in the whip, we ride to this address, we get there, we in Green Valley, and I can see we go past where the address is a house. So we can see where the house is, the garage is open. So we like, he trying to get it in. So we like pull right to the end of the curve, park the car, hop out, I peel out, take my shirt off. I see him, I start jogging towards him, like, what's good? We trying to get it. He like, yeah, come on, come on. So he comes in the garage. Soon as I come around the garage, anybody that saw this live know, like I said, I still got the footage. Soon as he come around, I come around the corner, he up an AR on me. He like, nah, I ain't trying to fight. I ain't trying to fight. You better get the fuck out of here. And the two dude, you know what I'm saying, we back and forth, but I never saw him again. And he's still alive. He's around here somewhere, I started going to more events. I started, cats, and people gonna try to size shit up the way they want to. Oh, you should have went back to his house and you should have. When people play sneaky like that shit, ain't shit. I feel like all you can do is play sneaky back. So shit, me going to his house, you probably expecting that. I'm expecting to catch you at one of these events or, whatever, Or, I don't know, man. You tried to apologize on Facebook, but it was like I think I still got those messages too. It was like a backhanded apology. He was like, I shouldn't have said it, blah, 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 but I said what I said. And I just never respected that, man. The whole putting a gun in my face, you like 200 pounds bigger than me, you like 6'1", 6'2", you could have tried your luck type shit.
So he's not in the battle rap scene
He
anymore.
was.
But okay, so after that, those
Nope.
that was kind of it.
He
Which
retired.
is trying to understand why he gave you his house at dress. Like,
Because I guess he thought he was gonna shoot me, and then probably say that I came to his house. Who
uh,
knows what he was planning to
he
do,
couldn't
man?
do that at the park, I guess. All right,
Right?
or
Who
something.
knows, man?
Yeah.
But that's how it was, and he did try to apologize and shit. I just, come see me like a man, or we see each other like, man. I think Master P said, two mountains won't cross, but two men will. You know what I'm saying? So that
So
was the only confrontation. Other than that, I try to conduct good business. I ain't no hot head. I try to show respect, get respect. Shit, everybody that know me, I'm the coolest dude in the room. I'm the coolest dude in the room, man, for real.
speaking on, I guess what he said, and like in battle rap can get pretty rough. People going back and forth and stuff like that. Where is the line drawn? Would you say it's specific, or it's kind of
I'm not gonna lie to you. I just saw two incidences. Anybody that's familiar with battle rap just saw this too. One incident, Arsenal the Rebel versus Murder Mook. Arsenal the Rebel was dissing Murder Mook's mom. I don't know if she passed away or she's going through something or something like that. But the way the crowd didn't engage with the disrespect kind of was like a bitter taste. But then we fast forward to like last week or the week before that weekend before last, Miss Official versus Coffee Brown. Shout out to Coffee Brown. I love you, Coffee. Coffee Brown disrespects Miss Official's dead mom, and she was like, she says it in like a freestyle way because she at the time Coffee is saying that she just dissed her dead baby daddy. That's what it was about. So and then Official punched her like two or three times off the stage. That's what it is what it is. But the backstory to that is baby Coffee Brown's baby daddy isn't dead. And Official's argument was that she's just dead. He's just dead to her
okay?
for whatever reason, But the line I think is getting drawn at with people speaking on the dead.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's becoming, I say, man, the dead and children are off limits. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of how I feel like it should be. Yeah, yeah. But
All right. So really attack the person, but maybe not the person, people around him.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm not gonna hold you, man. Some people are easily offended. You
Yeah.
could, you could say, you could say whatever. You could say you got hip hop tatted on you. Somebody be like, damn, what about rock and roll?
Hmm.
You know, like people,
Yeah. Um. Could you use that as a strategy? You feel like I mean, that's what you want to do, right? Is kind of get somebody out of their element, like kind of piss them off a little bit, push the line a little bit too much, so that way they can't, they don't react like real, like calm and smooth, or Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
yeah?
yeah, and I've heard people, oh, I wild you up by saying that, and it does. How do I put this? It does put a bad taste in people's mouth. Pause. It becomes a hard watch. It becomes a hard watch. Pause, bro. Pause. It becomes a hard watch when those things take place. It's not as it's not as palatable, man. People don't look at you. I don't know. I know when it happened to me, it had me turned like I'm turned. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, had he been trying to fight at the time of the battle, we would have fought. He wasn't trying to fight.
Yeah.
He like, I'm calming my homies down, like chill out, chill out. They like, nah, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm like, bro, I got paid good money to be here. Relax. Not realizing, man, shit, fuck the money, at the end of the day, because that type of shit have happened. You know what I'm saying? You let somebody slide, get by with some shit, and, granted, ain't nobody ever said no shit like that. Like I said, I always show respect, get respect type shit. And anytime I'm trying to diss somebody in a battle, I'm very direct. It's not like, there's no, like, you trying to wonder about shit. No, if I say it, I'm going to say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you going to see Friday when I talk to Terry Soul.
So yeah, talking about that show and the scene in Colorado. Um, I guess kind of what's your overall view with battle rap in Colorado?
I think on both sides, the battle rap and the music side, it's only a handful of us that are really making noise. But let me also say, since I've been here, it's also been like 10 to 20 names that never left the scoreboard, and that's not because of their career. That's more so because of who they know, and that's a part of business.
Okay.
Who knows you and what do they know of you to do. And that ain't no shots at nobody. I'm not from here. I never really got that luxury, so I had to battle rap or find a avenue, a lane where I had to go and get a spotlight because I didn't feel like I could get the spotlight on the music scene. But shout out to the features like No Names with She Who Won't Be Named, No Games with like She Who Won't Be Named, with She Who Won't Be Named, or Talk About Sex with Av Grimm, or Love It with Av Grimm. I feel like those or Blackout with Ameezy, King with AP, songs like that made me show that I could be up there with some of the household names. Even the battle with me and Trev, which just kind of came about. It was never. I'm never on no like. There's nobody on God's green earth that I hate. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people I dislike. A lot of people disappointed me. But when we doing these competitive things, this is just my passion versus your passion. So it's like shit. Take that as you will. I've seen people that's more compassionate than me. So
I've asked you this before off camera, but so you make music and you battle. Which do you have a preference? Um, like you're kind of just saying you. I mean, you alluded to getting into battling because of music. So like music might be the first passion that you have at this point now in your life. Like, do you favor one over the other?
I was thinking about that on my way here. I would put it in the simplest form. I like battle rap. I love music. I love writing. And that comes with both sides. But I'm not gonna hold you. A quiet room, going a cappella and like snapping, and people are reacting to you. There's no better high. If you've done it before, you know. Even I would imagine poetry is the same. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could sing. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I could sing.
Um, yeah. So okay, the next part of the question is not. I don't know how easy this is to ask or put in words, but so like you were just saying like that, a quiet room, like the feedback that you get. The Do you feel like you're more rewarded in the battle rap world than you are in the music world?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I felt like when it began, it was because I was this new cat with this deep voice who everybody that I knew personally told me don't battle rap.
Yeah.
Like in 2012, they was like, nah. I'm talking about people I took advice from up until 2012. Before I met you, even family members.
Yeah.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I battle rap. It allowed me to open up for Casey Veggies. It allowed me to open the cat who was signed to Rock Nation at the time. I don't know if he's a household name anymore, but no disrespect to Casey Veggies. Um, King Lowe's, Crooked Eye. I got to do a cipher with Crooked. Like battle rap opened these doors for these other things to happen and take place. Even with the Charlie Clip shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He vaguely knew who I was, but because of me knowing him and what I knew of him, he's like, all right, he was willing to do it.
Yeah.
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 I just heard somebody trying to get Charlie Clips to do something. I just heard somebody, me and you know, Sean, that got robbed by Charlie Clips. Let's just put it like that.
All right. Yeah, I got to hear about that. We'll wait till after
Yeah.
when the camera cuts off. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, dear family and friends that were telling you not to get into battle rap. What was their reasoning? Like, why did they say
I'm
that?
too poetic at the time. You too poetic. And I could listen back at listening back at the older stuff. I can see that. You know, you kind of timid. You kind of shy. You're not real boastful and braggadocious as much as my aura may come off like that. You know, at the time, I didn't know how to control a room. I didn't know how to control a crowd. I
Yeah.
didn't know how to um, showcase to an audience. You know, I just knew how to rap. You know how to rap,
Yeah.
put words together. You know, I didn't know nothing about scheming and angles and all this type of stuff. But I was about to learn. You know, I was about to learn about. This is what I tell people all the time. As nice as you think you are, best believe it's another level of some niceness. You
Yeah.
feel me? I went to 106 in Park to audition. My little sister. This might be another reason why my family thought I shouldn't battle rap. 2007, 2008, I went to 106 in Park to try to do Freestyle Friday.
Okay.
I was on my passion shit. I ain't gonna write. I'm gonna go and just freestyle. You know, I'm gonna luck up. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna come prepared for nothing. I'm gonna go, yo, my name. You know, whatever comes to mind, we doing it. I got the Braves. Gonna catch the fade. You know, man, we sit in the waiting room. I can't remember who it all was, but I'm in the waiting room, and it's like, first of all, the amount of cats that was trying to get on it was already intimidating. It's like 132 of us in here.
Yeah.
Like, god damn. One of the New York cats is like, yo, son, somebody trying to kick it off? I ain't know what the fuck that meant. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what that mean. Trying to kick it off. What are you talking about? And before I knew it, man, they spitting like 1632s or some hard shit. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
they like yo, you might need to go now. Like don't even go and don't even I think Bones Brigante was a judge. The dude who always be shooting clips cannon boy, he was a judge. He recognized me too in Chicago last December. But yeah, man, went in there, got smoked.
Yeah.
Got smoked. I think I was just rhyming words. I was just, you a bird on the curve with the nerve with the curve. Them New York cats, hey son, give you $1.50. Like just going crazy. Like really was like, yeah, bro, that's another level. So check this. Me seeing that, I'm like, all right, I gotta stuff my shit up, whatever. I get to Colorado, and I say that 2012 ride up until like 2014, they was like, we gonna find somebody to show you. We gonna show your motherfucking that. You asking for money. You know, you've only had a handful of battles, not even premeditated battles. You've had tournament battles where you showed up, and you just rapped against whoever. Man, they brought out a guy named Reverse Live from California.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't remember how he said the exact line, but man, I looked stupid. I had on like sunglasses. I had on like a white tee with like I had on a jean jacket vest that was like doo-doo green with like fur sticking out of it. And he was like, y'all got me going against this Wink Link when he be in his living room with his homeboys dancing with his shirt off like Chief Keef. Oh my God, oh my God. And Chief Keef was just let it love so that shit had just started popping like that. And man, he showed me it was a different type of tier, man. It was a different type of tier. Even when I got to I think the next time I was challenged from that, there was a couple names in my resume. I ain't gonna hold you. Young Cannon, that was definitely a crazy fight. It showed me, you got to step your pen up. Let me see, Young Cannon. O Solo was was a kind of a tough battle because you didn't know what he was gonna say. You know, they love O Solo.
Yeah.
They love O Solo, like So when I got to the house, I felt like I was in between the show, the season, Bags and Bodies, the first season, both seasons actually. I felt like I was in between. I was in between newcomers, like cats who was just fresh to the scene but was real hungry, and I was against tiers, household names. Like they
Yeah.
like, yo, I'm such and such. I'm telling them, I know who you are. I know exactly who you are. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm in there with Snake Eyes. I'm in there with Mac Myron, Prestavia. You know, the names that you like, bro. Shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, so I saw that shit, made me step my shit up, man. And I say today, I don't know. I'm not. I feel like I haven't reached my full pinnacle, and I'm still pushing, man. We still in the studio. We still getting active. Throw Stones just dropped, produced by Sean Azakura. John G is gonna be here on Thursday. He touched down. We about to shoot the video. What more they want from us, bro? We working. We working.
Staying busy. Yeah, I wanted to ask, like, the when you're going into a battle like you are right now, do you go off script at all? Like, do you?
Freestyling.
Yeah,
Especially if I could hear something, like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, I don't know if you saw my detour battle, but I didn't freestyle a lot as much as I said things in between.
Okay.
Like, right before I said my battle, I'm like, woo, you said a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Shit
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Look here, you little fidget spinner.
Yeah.
You know, shit, this stupid bitch, look. You know, just saying things like it was the way VO described it, you was in your swag bag, you know. As to where, I'm trying to think, who did I freestyle against that was fire? This dude named Kid White, out in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm choking throughout the whole battle. Hit him with a freestyle it was a room shake. I said some shit like, hold on, you think this is what I was like, hold on. You think this is something that you made me do. But look, you got off all your material, I put my phone out, and they still gonna call it debatable. And the crowd just went crazy, you know, that type of shit. So it's just been moments where, and if I feel like the only time I would respond on a freestyle tip or off script is when it made a bigger.
If
Even with
you
that,
know it's gonna work.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And again, like the Banks the guy we battled, Banks went viral. Banks went viral from our video. He fell in the battle, and I walk up to like touch him, like to pick him up, and he like, oh, it's a change in the angle. Like he switched the shit up, you know.
Yeah.
So in the moment when that happened, the crowd went crazy for like 15 seconds. Like they didn't pick me up. Oh, he said he fell. He tried to pick me up. Get off me. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking in those moments like, I do what I'm doing. I'm not gonna do that. You know, like trust your writtens. Trust your writtens. That's what it come down to. Trust
Yeah.
your writtens. But as soon as the round get ready to go, man, you needed that fall. You needed that fall. You smoke rock. You smoke rock. That's what a lot of fiends do. Went to the hospital because of a health risk. Holla, where you find these dudes? How is he cool? Came back, y'all set us down for hygiene rules. You know, shit like, you know, like getting into my bag, you know, off the improv of my personality, bringing that charisma to it. You know what I'm saying?
How much of this stuff do you remember? How much of it's still in your head? Like,
Just the, you know, the shit that really like stuck out. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
Like shit that, you know, you remember. You remember when you cut up. You know, you
Yeah.
remember when you shook the room. You remember when somebody fell on you and they thought they just knew this was it. They just he ain't beating that. He is not beating that. And you beat it. Pause. I just want to say, Banks the guy was practicing on the floor for a week straight, and nobody understood why. And when the battle came out, we found out why. I'm talking about. I think somebody recorded him recording, and he went mini viral on a battle rap platform where they was showing him he on the ground like he's sitting down just like, and we was like, what is them diabetes is kicking his ass? Them diabetes is fucking him up. But shout out to Banks the guy, man. You owe me some money, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
So, like, I mean, you're talking about like a lot of your challenges, I guess, which is great to hear. But I'm thinking in between these, you've having a lot of wins, right? And that's kind of what's keeping you motivated.
Yeah, yeah. That and the fact that I felt like I was on the forefront of showing Colorado got talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for real. Like meeting people out in public in other states, and they be like, where you coming out of?" And I'm like, "Shit, I'm Mississippi by Maryland, but I'm in Colorado." And I always shout out Colorado because it started my battle rap career in 2012. Colorado gave me what I had been looking for my whole career. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like looking back at it, there was no structured business plan or nothing like that. I was somebody who just rapped, who went to the studio, burnt CDs, made covers, print them out. You know what I'm saying? RP to KL. I was out there pushing CDs with KL. Same shit. Same formula. Trying to get people to hear us out. And battle rap just became something that another avenue that I became good at. I felt like at first I was okay. You know what I'm saying? I was okay for them cats in the backyard, for them cats in your school cafeteria. You know, those cats at the gymnasium after the football game who, oh, you rap, I'll rap. Let's hear something, you know. But these cats who like the memo they say, or the quote that they like to use is, these cats that really put pain in, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference. Pause. You know what I'm saying? It's just a difference, man. It's a difference in writing, you know. It's if you think you nice, I feel like Jay-Z said this. It's a cat right now. He bobbing his head. He writing, eating some Apple Jacks, and he like, man, I'm the next motherfucker. Some believe that is your competition, bro, and that's with any industry, bro. Not just rapping this shit. You know, I don't care if you selling insurance. It's another cat that's more hungry than you that want it. Don't sleep. And I'm saying this because I felt like at one point in my career I got comfortable. You know what I'm saying? It was points before the battle. I'm smoking and shit. I go into battle and I choked. And it was like that battle could have changed the whole dynamics of my career. It was on big platforms. They didn't even drop them. They was like, we don't want to see that. We don't want no half ass, you know. And I had to learn from that. I tell cats who I think are nicer than me now, you know what I'm saying, that are trying to get those bigger names, don't do what I did, you know. I was one of them cats who was taking this shit for granted. Like, oh, you know, they love me now, they gonna love me forever. Nah, that's not how this goes, bro. You'll be here for now, and there'll be another guy coming in the next 15 minutes. Pause.
Going
Pause.
back to the there's a lot of pauses. Going back to the music and the battle rap thing, it's been said that like a lot of battle rappers don't really make music. You know, it's because it's so much different.
Yeah.
I guess like how how much similarities do you see in it? And I mean, I feel like you're being successful in both of them. Do you think that that's a rarity, or do you think maybe other battle rappers just don't want to try, and maybe musicians would be, too fearful to get into like battle rap?
I feel like it's a double edged sword on both sides, vice versa. I can see why people would say battle rappers can't make music, but I want to put out there, Black, the dude who spells his shit, what the B is like a six,
Yeah, yeah.
LACK. He battle rapped. He had like 2 battles, 3 battles, and he stopped. They felt like it was gonna harm his brand or what. That's what the rumor is. I don't know for a fact, but that he supposedly battle rap.
Damn.
Eminem, he battle rap, and he was able to make songs. He even wrote. They say he wrote 2 songs, but I feel like he wrote a lot of songs on Get Rich or Die Trying for 50 Cent. And if he didn't write that specific project, I'm sure he wrote a lot for G Unit and all of it. And I'm sure he wrote for a lot of people. But I'm gonna tell you what really slapped the shit out of me. Kendrick said, and your best work was a light pack. Daylight wrote back to back. I'm not a Daylight fan. I think I don't like Daylight. Let me just say that. I don't
Okay.
all the metaphors and all the antics he's done, go on stage, shitting on P Diddy,
Yeah.
saying you want Young and May, I got my reasons. I got my reasons. But I respect you. You know what I'm saying? You wrote back to back. I just seen that you just hopped on the album with Absol and J Cole. You about to drop your own album. You in Africa. You know, I think proof's in the pudding. You know, Michael Jordan tried to play baseball.
Yeah.
You know, Shaquille O'Neal sells shoes. Snoop Dogg's an actor slash podcast slash influencer personnel. Slash Trump supporter slash.
It's people who
So
can definitely cross over. But
yeah, I guess it's about how you do it, man. And yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's about how you do it, the way you do it. When I
yeah.
listen to my music, I've had people listen to my music before they knew I battle rap and say I like you more. I like you more as a musician than a battle rap. And I've had vice versa. I've had people tell me to my face, "You got a show, you got a battle. They both $20. I'd rather go to the battle, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's more like a fight." All
Yeah.
right, I can respect that, man. I can respect that. But I feel like the longevity is the music. I feel like the longevity with the music is people ride around listening to music and not battles. Which I'm sure somebody out there, it's a demographic of people out there that could probably
Listen
prove
to
me
battles,
wrong.
yeah.
but it's not as common. That's it. That's it. But
I
yeah,
feel it. Oh, we got a note here about the uncut barbershop contest.
yeah,
So what happened?
man. Shout out to Barbershop Uncut first and foremost. Um, I I won the contest. I went down to Atlanta with them, and I kind of had my own thing going on. Like I was shooting music video. We shot No Thoughts in Atlanta. Um, Shout out to my guy Corona. Shout out to Jam LaFrere. Um, just kind of had like some motion going on, and they were giving me the vibe that that wasn't they I don't know that they wasn't feeling that or some shit or I don't know. I ended up doing the cipher with them. We did Blackout, and we did like two other things I never heard again. We shot the cipher. We never did any more business moving forward after that. When we got to the airport, they handed each other an envelope. They didn't hand me an envelope. I don't know why that was or why that is. Looking back at it, they stressed how my work ethic was high. After they dropped one of their artists, J Triple, shout out to J Triple. I assumed that they would have, might have took in consideration of working with PG, but they didn't. But I still see them at shows, man. Like I still rub shoulders with them. No hard feelings. Business is business at the end of the day. I just be thinking some of these platforms or these people who do have an influence over the city could I don't know, expand their catalog, expand the artists that they work with. Because when we looked over the BMI numbers or we looked over the royalty numbers, they tried to give me like 15%. And talking to my accountant, like there was no way for a royalty calculator to adjust the numbers based off of how they did it. So once I saw those type of things, man, I just kind of chalked it up to the win. It is what it is. Same people you pass going up will be the same people you pass going down.
I don't know if you had something specific on here, and that's why it was written, but it
Nah,
says, "What's a moment in your career that you felt like a divine sign, or I guess you felt a divine sign that you were on the right path?"
I want to say I could probably speak on three times, man. I'll make it fast. I don't want to seem elongated. Um, One time was the very first time I went on the Bags and Body show. The reason I feel like it was a sign in my career is because the auditions were in California. I was opposed to spending a lot to get there. This was the last location that they was doing auditions, and a guy from California who like really liked my battle raps, he wanted to battle me, and he was cool with a promoter who I was cool with at the time, who was throwing an event the day before the auditions. So that battler had that promoter book me to fly out there. We battled the day before the auditions. The next day, I'm looking for the location of the auditions, and they are in 9 minutes of walking distance from the airport. I get accepted to the show. I thought that was, and I didn't know at the time. I went back home and I finally got a call. And, it was a moment.
Yeah.
Two people I was real cool with. I won't say no names. In between this time, I come back from the season one, and it gave me that vibe. Like I was thinking I was too good for them, which I don't know where they got that from, but it was a female and a male just messing around, being snaky behind my back, and one of them even told me, "How do you plan to continue your career without me in your life?" The same way I was before I met you, bitch.
Damn.
No disrespect. Ain't no disrespect. But yeah, I apologize, man. Females, I'm sorry. But that was a slap in the face. That was me going into season two with that win on my brain. Like, and season two wasn't my best work. My first battle, I went off of freestyle. You know. But last but not least, man, this is what's going. This really like, if you ask the universe or whatever you believe in, God, to show you a sign. I feel like this is what took place for me. My birthday's coming up, and I'm like, God, I'm in the back of my mama porch, about to come back here the next day. I'm like, God, I need you to show me a sign. I need you to be clear though. Like I needed to be crystal clear that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I go to the airport, and usually I fly to BWI. This specific time, I'm flying out of New Jersey. I get to New Jersey, I see Charlie Clips.
Yeah.
Meet him, chop it up with him like 5 to 6 minutes, man. It was not long at all. Like when I got on the plane, I talked to you after we got off the plane. I didn't talk to you before we got on the plane because in my mind, he just talked. He gonna get on the plane. We're gonna get off the plane. I won't never see him again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we got on the plane. As I'm getting off, he's like, PG, P. Chopped it up with him, man. Before you know it, shit, one thing led to another, man. Flashbacks out right now. PG featuring Charlie Clips, produced by Sean Azakura, out right now. Run that up, man. Y'all running them streams up is how we keep these lights on. But yeah, those are 3 divine moments, man, in my career and shit. Man, I can't. I mean, I can tell you I want to stop right now. I'm about to stop right now, but I probably ain't, man. Like, I'll probably battle rap until I don't know. I'm not going to put no time limitation on it because I'm still having fun with it. And I feel like as long as you, like Drake said, as long as I'm having fun with it, when I stop having fun with it, I'll be done with it, you know? So I'm just out here, man, shit, doing my thug thizzle, man. Big salute.
Well, what do you want to be remembered for? Just that's kind of like a last question.
Man, without being cliche or vague, man, probably just being a good person. I recently just buried my grandfather, and as they sat there and they talked about accolades and milestones and things, like they was like, yeah, he was the first black mailman in this county. He was the first black mailman in this county. He was the first black postmasters over here, and I'm like, I'm like, that's historical. That's history. That's not just my grandfather. That's gonna go down. Like they're gonna talk about that after I die, type shit. You
Yeah.
know. But it made me think though, for myself, I'm over here like, I want them to remember my raps. I want them to love me and all this whatever. The things I've named to you that have taken place, us doing these tracks with Charlie Clips or opening up all these are things that have brought us self-happiness or fulfillment, versus, granted, at our funeral, somebody gonna be like, oh, man, remember when they might, but the height of the whatever's being taking place may be happening right now. So we gotta enjoy that, man, and a good name follows you better than all the riches in the world. So that's kind of how I want to be down. Go down. He had good energy about himself. He was very enthusiastic. He knew what he wanted. A therapist told me that she could tell I was the oldest child because of how headstrong I was. She was like, you've been wanting to rap since you was 9. You never stopped. I was like, nah, I never stopped. I never stopped. There was no, there was some pause. There was some times this didn't make sense. But shit, I kept going, man. I kept pushing through, and that's another thing, man. I want to show people that we all alike. We all put our pants on the same way, one leg at a time. You got a dream, I got a dream. You know what I'm saying? Shit, just trying to make it happen. That's it.
All right. Love it. Well, let's wrap it up. Thank you, PG, for being here.
Man,
thank you,
thank
everybody,
y'all,
for watching.
man. Hey, shout out to the Boombox. This is PG. Everything rated R. Mississippi to Maryland to the motherfucking Boombox, man. Big salute.
Bye, everybody.